Hello everyone, so it's been requested that I share my skin routine. This morning I'm going to show you my morning routine. I tend to have quite dry skin, dry combinational skin, especially in the winter it gets more dry. So I'll just show you what I use. Obviously this suits my skin and my needs, but you need to kind of figure out what skin type you have before figuring out what products suit you best. I learn through just trial and error a lot of the time, and this lighting doesn't do me any favours, by the way. And I've also researched quite a lot about skin types and what products to use and how to structure your skin routine. There's a really good book called Let's Face It, and I read that quite recently by one of my favourite skincare influencers called Rio. So I've used that to research what skin type I am and like I said, the structure and things like that. So I'm just gonna go into it and show you what I tend to use in the morning. So first of all, I tend to cleanse my face. I tend to cleanse my face, double cleanse in the night, which means that when you're using cleanser, you're using it twice. That's to remove makeup, and if I haven't worn makeup I will still double cleanse because you need to kind of get rid of SPF, which I use every day. So to double cleanse I tend to use an oil-based cleanser and then a cream-based cleanser because that's just better for my skin type, like the dry skin type. This is the oil cleanser I use, which is from Pi. Pi is one of my favourite skincare brands. It's all natural and it's a really good brand. And then the second bit I use is another Pi product, and I use that one first. This one's really good for breaking down makeup and it's not too harsh on the skin. And then this is a cream, so it's again quite nice for kind of keeping moisture in the skin. I say that a rule of thumb is that if you're using a cleanser and then your face feels quite tight afterwards, it's not doing anything for you. It's not a good, you should feel like your skin's tight after. It should feel quite, it should be quite smooth and soft. Okay, so I've normally done that in the evening, and I then obviously do a routine after. But in the morning, I obviously I don't need to double cleanse, so I tend to just use a cleanser in the shower. It tends to be either a gel or cream, depends. And then I use, and I obviously come out of the shower, and then I use this. This is basically a serum, and it's to balance and protect your complexion. An intense vitamin and acid serum. So I love this serum. It's very good for acne prone skin, and it's really nice. It feels like thick water, it's hard to explain, but it feels really nourishing. It does take a little bit longer to dry, so what I tend to do is I tend to put this on and then I'll go and moisturize my legs. I'll use this spray, which I tend to use because it's really quick to moisturize my legs, or I'll clean my teeth. I'll do something to let it just kind of sink in, and then I'm going to do the rest of the routine with you. So I'll then go on to just quickly use a moisturizer. I haven't got loads of time in the morning, so we use a moisturizer. This is a Pi again, love that brand. And it's basically a mattifying moisturizer, really good for acne prone skin and really good for dry skin as well. This is actually their first product they ever kind of created. So yeah, it's a real cult product. I tend to mix up the brands obviously, and I tend to mix up the products depending how my skin is. And then once I've moisturized, I then will go in with an eye cream. So this is one of my favourite eye creams called Skin Cuticles. It's a age eye complexion. It's the creamiest, softest eye cream ever. It's quite expensive, but it's really worth it. And then I just put a bit more under my eye. I don't use that every day, tend to mix it up between that and a product from Inculus, which is a really good brand, and then not expensive at all, caffeine eye cream. This is really nice. And then I'm going to go in with an SPF. So I'm using this one at the moment from Super Glue. I live in the UK and obviously it's not sunny here hardly ever, but it's always good to use an SPF to protect your skin. But I hate the feel of sunscreen, but this one's really lovely because it's like a gel formula and it really helps kind of. And then I use a lip balm. This is a really cool brand. I tend to use like kind of small, well this isn't a small brand anymore, but it was, I guess, when I first started using it, but it's, I like to use small brands. I don't really buy anything from kind of mainstream brands because I find that they're not actually the best ingredients, so I mix it up. Yeah, so that's basically my morning routine. Like I said, in the night is a bit different, it's a bit of a longer routine. So now what I'll do is I'm ready to apply my makeup, so I'll come back when I finish my makeup. Okay, I've found a much more flattering light. So now I've completed my makeup, so I will then come and show you my evening routine this evening, and you can see how I remove my makeup and do my nighttime routine. Thanks. Hello, and now we're into the evening. So I am now videoing with my hand. Sorry about that. So I have double cleansed my face. It looks a bit orange, I'll tell you why now. Double cleansed, so I removed my makeup with the products that I showed you earlier on. So the pie products. And then when it comes to my evening routine, I very much just mix it up. I have like the essentials that I know work for my skin, but I just mix up what I'm using each day. Obviously, I always double cleanse. Like I said earlier, like even if you're just using SPF and no makeup, it's always important to double cleanse to get it all off the skin. So tonight I went in with, felt like my skin was quite dry, so I decided to go in after my double cleanse with a hydrating moisturizer and then a rose hip seed facial oil, which is really nice and nourishing for the skin. So that's why, because it's basically like that color, right? So that's why my face goes a bit orange. If I wasn't to use that, I would probably go in with an exfoliator, an acid exfoliator, which this one's really nice. You actually use this without using any moisturizer afterwards. So you'll use that to get a deep cleanse. Then I would probably, what else would I do? I'd probably use that on its own if I felt like I needed a deep cleanse. I also, sorry, I'm just going through it all. I also use retinol every now and then. So retinol's quite interesting. It basically is ideal for skin with photo damage, imperfections and congested pores. So I tend to get congested pores. This is a SkinCeuticals retinol. I do tend to use that quite a bit, but only actually once or twice a week. When I say quite a bit, I don't actually mean every day. What other products should I show that I really like, that I haven't necessarily used tonight, but I do really like? I do really like these face masks. I love a face mask, especially on a Sunday when you've got a bit more time. This is a really cool brand. So it's actually it's a sleep mask and you can sleep in it. So, sorry, it's a face mask that you can sleep in, so it's a sleep mask. And it's actually I remember seeing it on someone's blog, and it's actually good if you go on a long haul flight and you put it on your face, and it's meant to just like keep, you know, when you get really dry skin on a long haul flight, it just really helps keep that moisture in. One last recommendation, because I know that it's annoying to watch someone holding a camera rather than having the thing out. Summer Fridays. So recently kind of got into this brand. This is a new formula actually. So this brand is very kind of well known, and they have lots of different masks. This is actually called Jecca Blac. How funny. It's similar to what I was saying about the flight thing. That's a really nice brand. I actually really like that mask. It's really nice for, again, hydrating. So most of my things in my cupboard at the moment are for hydrating my skin, because it's winter, my skin is dry, I'm like dry patches, so I have like some products that are super intense moisturizer for the certain areas of my face. So I do mix it up, obviously, when we go into more summer months. So yeah, hopefully that was helpful. As I mentioned, I'm not a skin expert, but hopefully you gained some insight from this video. So I hope you have found this video helpful. You, like I said, I'm not an expert, but you hopefully have learned some things, whether it's like you've found out about a new brand, or about kind of a routine and different products I use. So yeah, I hope that's helpful. As I said, I'm not an expert, so if you do want some experts, I did mention that book earlier, Let's Face It. It is a really good book if you're wanting to just learn the basics and then kind of building up to like a more intense skincare routine. And the person that wrote it is called Rio. I don't know their surname, but they have the most amazing skin. So anyway, have a lovely evening, day, whatever you're doing, and speak soon. Thanks.